Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the latest firmware update for the Analogue Pocket, an update that I just got yesterday on my Analogue Pocket. It came out on the 13th of January, but I guess it didn't get pushed to my Pocket until yesterday when I plugged it in and it started updating the firmware. Now, you don't have to go through and download this update in order to get this firmware thing, I don't believe, because I've been using this guy here, which is the Analogue Pocket Updater. I will have a link to it in the description below, which is super easy to do. Automatically updates your Pocket, allows you to manage your cores, see all your asset image packs. All of that type of stuff can be done within this program here. In case you don't use that or didn't know about it, it's super easy. Make sure to download this thing if you just want one-click type of access to your Pocket with updating all of the different types of cores. So I got the actual firmware update yesterday, and I just want to go over it and see what is here. So we have the release notes, and it's nothing, I would say, too crazy, but it does bring a feature that a lot of people have been waiting for. And that is the library feature. So here are the release notes. With the OS, you get the library added, which is, if you don't know, a big feature that people were waiting for on the Analogue Pocket. Basically, it was going to catalog all of the cartridge games, at least at this point, just cartridge games that you play on your Pocket, and give you like display picture for it, as well as a little bit of information on the game itself, the developer, the name, all of that type of stuff. And you can see all the games that you play through. It helps you keep a digital catalog on the Pocket itself for your collection. Because I don't know about you, as of right now, I've only been really playing one cartridge on it, but I've been going through the Open FPGA and playing a bunch of different stuff across many different devices. But I do have GBA games and Game Boy games just sitting around, probably not as well organized as they should be. So it's cool that you can add that right into the library. They've also updated the library database. They've allowed improved save states and organization, improved screenshot thumbnail quality. I love the screenshot feature with the Pocket, especially the one when the cores within the Open FPGA support the screenshot functionality. There's so many cool sprites and scenes within some of these games that I just want to keep a capture of and go back and remember that I've played through them and see some of the awesome graphics within the games. There is a removed screenshot wait time. So I think there was like a slight delay when you took a screenshot, but that seemingly is gone now. There's fixed screenshot browser when displaying more than 128 files, fixed screenshot time and date display, fixed regression in file right from beta 6, fixed a file browser crash when resuming into a non-existent folder. I think that's happened to me a few times, or maybe not, maybe once or something, but that's gone now based off of what they're saying here. There is default settings for resume browser and group open FPGA that has now been enabled by default after a global reset. And there's been added user service menu with various useful support tools. So those are all the updates for the OS. Now, when it comes to the open FPGA, which is the thing that I've been using the most and the thing that has me most excited about this device here are the updates to that. Improved Open FPGA platform menu access time, fixed core settings, menu breaking after screenshot is taken. I think that happened to me once. I can't remember, but I'm happy to see that they fixed that. Added docked display to developer menu. My dock is on its way. Hopefully be getting it within the next month or so. Not really sure what they're doing for shipments and production of these things, but it is ordered, it is coming. And once I get that dock, I'll hopefully be able to make more videos with gameplay capture and all that type of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Just waiting on it because there's no other options with the dock from what I understand. I looked into see if you could use third-party stuff. That isn't working. Dock seems to be the only way to be able to capture right now with the Analogue Pocket, which may change. I'm sure somebody's going to figure a way to get around that at some point, because you think about the Nintendo Switch, and when they released the Nintendo Switch, the dock was the only way that you could play it on your TV and you could capture stuff. Right now, you can use a third-party device, an HDMI or USB-C to output to your television or to your monitor for capturing. I've done it before. It works completely fine. Hopefully that's maybe something coming for the Analogue Pocket, but either way, the dock's pretty cool. I'm happy to be picking it up, and that should be arriving whenever they ship it out. So stay tuned for videos with some gameplay capture of all of these different games available on the Analogue Pocket. Now, when it comes to the APF, which is the Analogue Pocket framework, It says here, assets chosen via the file browser can now be remembered and automatically reloaded with a new data slot parameter bitmap setting. There is an instant.json files can now select any of the 8 core bit streams while loading, and the maximum memory writes were increased from 16 to 32, and then fixed truncation bug in target command. This stuff I don't really fully understand, but people out there do understand it. That's the updates and within the release notes for the APF. But finally, the dock, there's improved HDMI connection handling and improved EDID display mode detection. So a nice little update here was released on January 13th. And I think the biggest thing that most people are going to take away from this is going to be the library being added, and then some of the screenshot stability and screenshot wait times being reduced, and also some save state stuff. So pretty cool there with the Analogue Pocket update. Now, there is one other thing I want to talk about before ending this video, and that is specifically with the library. So one of the best things about the library is that you should be able to get your thumbnail of the game that you're playing right within your library, give you that visual representation of your catalog. But if you go right now, put in a cartridge, it gets added to your library, you'll go and see that the thumbnail does not show up. So there is a way to get all the thumbnails to show up, and they are relying on user generated thumbnails to do that. And I'll have a link to where you can download them all, and I'll quickly here show you how to get a library onto your Analogue Pocket so that when you do put a cartridge in and it goes into the library, you're going to have the thumbnail showing up as well. So this is the Reddit community, the Analogue Inc. There's also the Analogue Pocket community, both great communities for information, pretty much the best places I think right now to get updated info on the Analogue Pocket. But here it is. And basically it says, my friend made a full set of images that connects the library on Pocket. Each image is a title screen of each game that shows up on the game detail screen of a game cartridge. This image set my friend made is what the press was using that shows game title screen, as you can see on Engadget below. So the press, the media, when they were talking about the library update, they were using this guy's library image set to show you, like, for example, Mario Kart Super Circuit here with the artwork on it. So that doesn't automatically come on to your library if you don't do this. You follow this download link, download the library. It'll say like Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, the different library artwork out there. Then what you have to do in order to get this to work, this is where it took me a little bit to kind of figure out. It's not difficult. And then as you can see here, I have it up, your Windows File Explorer. You unzip the file, you go into your system folder, and then you drop the library folder, which you will see once you unzip from a download link. And then all of your images for Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Gear will start showing up within your library. And then if we go over here to another post on the Reddit, it says, will library support be added for games played via open FPGA cores? And there is a link here. This person says, eventually, yes, the library page of the dev docs goes into how it'll work for files used by the open FPGA. We go down here, and if you want to go through that, you can see how they're pointing towards this may be occurring. So this is the thing about the library. It's a great feature. I'm happy they've added it on, but I think once they can get this working with the open FPGA, it will put it just over the top, because there's so many games you play via all these different cores, you definitely forget. And then if you can catalog all that and maybe split it up between cartridge games that you have and then the stuff you've played via the open FPGA, I think it will make the library feature just that much better, and just a great thing to have. So it's great that it's here, but I just wanted to go over the quick update for the firmware for Analogue Pocket. This is firmware 1.1 beta 7, and some nice updates here. Then we will continue to see what comes out going forward. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.